That makes it you really make nothing in my heart and the thing in my heart. Hey y'all, hey. She looks good. We're gonna get there. We're now praying for abundance in hair. Yo, get off my line, bro.
Toupee.
My sister said that I should get a toupee. A toupee? Wait, so they actually sell, what is it called? They sell stick-on edges. Listen, if my breast milk don't come through clutch and help me, and everything else that I'm drinking, you know? Somebody told me that they tried it and their hair has never been the same, and I refuse to take that in. I refuse to let that be my reality. Because, if you don't know me, now you know me. I do not take no for an answer. I like a little challenge. I like a little learn or figure it out experience. So
Your people don't come from that shit.
yeah, my people don't come from quitting. We just don't.
We come from solutions.
We come from solutions and figuring shit out and creating it if it doesn't exist. So I'm coming on here and I'm gonna speak about some breast milk. Breast milk, because it's breastfeeding month. And here's my thing, every day is breastfeeding day, every month is breastfeeding month. Even when I wasn't breastfeeding, it was breastfeeding month. So for everybody who needs a trend to learn about things or to actually acknowledge it, stop it, just be it. So let's talk about breastfeeding real quick. I had all the odds against me when it came to breastfeeding. I went into shock and nearly lost my life after giving birth to my daughter, after being in labor for 3 days. Sunday to Tuesday my son came, Wednesday my daughter came. I went into shock. I lost a lot of blood. Oh, my sister's in the back. She wouldn't be happy to be seen this way. Yeah, I didn't see her. Anyway, so all the odds being against me physically, mentally, and emotionally. And I was separated from my children after my daughter was born. So I had some time with my son. I got him to latch on. I was told he got a little bit of colostrum, which is great. But then my daughter, when she was born unresponsive, even though her heart was beating. And she was rushed to a children's hospital, but then I was rushed to a different hospital. And I didn't see my children until 2.5, if not 3 days later. So when that happens, that tells your body, okay, where is the beings that were supposed to suck the milk out of you? Where is it? Why isn't it happening? And it could really, confuse your body. It can confuse the baby because he was given a formula bottle when he went to the hospital, even though there was nothing wrong with him. Also not without my consent. And she wasn't able to breastfeed at all. She was in the NICU. So, as I breastfeed right now, look how much she just loves it. So, I had all the odds against me, but I made a commitment to myself. I made a commitment to my children especially, that I would do whatever it takes to make sure that they get the best nutrition, and that is breast milk. And that meant that even if I had to get the breast milk from somebody else, I was okay with that, and I was not going to stop at anything until they got that. And luckily, while I was in the hospital, my doula had a 1-year-old that she was still breastfeeding, and breastfed my son the few times that she was with him. She even donated breast milk. She even found somebody who had an oversupply who donated breast milk, and they were vegetarian, vegan. So regardless of the fact, they were somewhat similar to the dietary lifestyle that I had, which was very beneficial. And once I came home, I actually had my mother in the house. Another odd against me. My mother was the type of person that she'll stand in the door, and mind you, she was only in the house only because they had just found out that I gave birth, and my father and my mom wanted to ensure that I was okay. You know, obviously their daughter almost transitioned, so their granddaughter was in a scary situation, and they didn't know what was gonna happen. So they were here, and they stayed in our house. And I would have never had my mother around because I know my mother could be very toxic because of her own unresolved trauma. But she would actually be in the house while I'm, just recovering, barely coming down from the universe, trying to understand the rhythm of my child, trying to know my child. Naked ass. Get on my live, bro. There's enough titties over here. And my mother would like be standing at the door because obviously she has her own issues, and she's like, don't breastfeed the baby, give the baby formula, give that baby a bottle, don't let your baby starve. And I'm like, what woman would want their baby to starve? Damn, calm down, let me figure it out. And that's a problem. Too many people be out here letting everybody give them unsolicited advice. And I know too much about that because I'm always giving unsolicited advice because I just want people to be great. So if you're listening, then it's for you. But my mom was literally making me feel like I was like unequipped or just a terrible person because I was making my child starve, which I wasn't. So because you don't know how much milk your baby's getting in the beginning because you're literally just learning it for yourself. You're learning your body, you're learning your baby. The best thing to do is just put your baby on your boob. Every time your baby seems fussy, it's either, a little gas that you hold them up to your chest and, massage their back. Their diaper needs to be changed. They want to be hugged, snugged, or, cradled. Or the baby is hungry, and all you do is put them on your chest. So I was committed also to baby wearing. I was not playing. Like, I didn't really believe in people holding my baby. I also had just experienced my daughter being in the NICU. So I was super attached to my son. I was like, nobody's touching my son but me. No offense, nothing for nothing, but I don't need y'all to hold my child. I was so committed to holding my child for the first, I still am, but like in the beginning, I was so like attached, like a kangaroo and her baby. I took a shit with my son. I showered with my son. Right? That was fun. I cooked with my son. I really wasn't cooking in the beginning, but like I did everything with my son. You could not ask to hold the baby, and nobody around me dared because they knew. You want to tell the story? You don't speak our language yet. Not yet. Hold on. So it was pretty intense. Like there was so much things that could have gone wrong that I decided in my mind, hell no, I'm not finna be the person who just gives up when everything else is going wrong.
And you also had advice.
And I have my PR specialist here reminding me of how to tell this story right now. My sister played too much. So I also got amazing advice. I had a good friend who is a breastfeeding specialist, and she really empowered me through the process. And when I say empowered, I mean like she would give me advice like take off all your clothes, take off the baby's clothes, stay in the bed with the baby, let people bring you food, let people bring you water, do not do anything or go anywhere or think any kind of separation from your baby. Just stay with him, skin to skin, warmth to warmth, and just get to know your baby. And that's literally what I did. Like every little sound my baby made, I know exactly what he was saying. Y'all don't understand his language, but I do. You wanna hold him, Mama? So now people can hold him. Man, if you don't let me do this live so I can teach people about breastfeeding. Yeah, so it was very much a commitment. And I say this because a lot of people, they justify I'm not breastfeeding because I don't have enough milk, and I'm not breastfeeding because it was just easier and all these things. And listen, there's certain situations that you have to bow gracefully from. You know, people who have AIDS, HIV can transfer the, you know, disease through the breast milk to the baby. So that, you know, no questions asked, you will need other breast milk or formula. Again, other breast milk better than or formula. There's also plant-based milk that you can make yourself that's just as good as, nothing is just as good as breast milk, but it can come close to being as alkaline as breast milk. Milk that you can make out of oatmeal, milk that you can make out of hemp with dates. These are alkaline live foods that you can actually create milk out of, that we've been doing within our people forever. But this capitalism, this world of like take a quick pill or quick fix has not allowed you to connect with some indigenous ways of feeding our baby. And you know, there's a lot of history of having our sisters, our aunts, our, you know, sister woman friends who were breastfeeding would give, or if not breastfeed our children if we were incapable of doing so. But I say this because we live in such a I quit society, or give me the pill society, or microwave society where you need an answer right away. Nothing in nature is quick. Everything in nature has a cycle. Everything in nature requires patience. Everything in nature requires compassion. And if we don't have that shit for ourselves, I'm sorry. You think your boobs is gonna have it for you? Don't pay attention to my hair, because my hair could really throw you off. I don't know. Pay attention. So I realized that because I also made a commitment to breastfeeding my children, that I would literally just like always have my baby on me, no excuses, nobody even change my baby's diaper, because there was a relationship and a bond that I was like, we have to build that first before anybody comes in. And not for nothing, I am a single mom, but I, even as a single mom, wanting a husband in the future and hopefully having children with him in the future, we don't know yet, but maybe, I'm still thinking there's a lot of things homeboy got to be ready for, because I learned that there's certain things and moments that a woman has to experience alone with the child before anybody else comes in and interrupts that bonding process. Even if it's maybe a few weeks or a few months, like there's still a process that only the woman and the baby can go through together before allowing even the father in. Or the father to be involved, because it can really break or disconnect the baby from its natural process. And one thing that I've heard is that people give up because of low milk supply and all this shit. And it's like, how much milk do you think your baby needs if your baby's really sucking what it needs? Now, if you feel that your baby is often uncomfortable or is still like munching on his hands or her hand, or always has his fists clenched because they seem hungry, that's cues of them being hungry. How to improve your milk supply. There's superfoods that we have been disconnected. Don't let you ever let somebody tell you that diet does not solve, heal, cure, or is not the remedy for stuff, because it is. Oh my God, I'm not about to be lopsided.
Oh my God.
So, don't ever disrespect nature like that, because in all imbalances in nature, there's a cure for it all. There is a remedy for it all. Nature is not disrespectful. Creator is not disrespectful. And when Creator, she said, leave my hair alone. You threw me off. When Creator offers you a challenge that throws you off, it also gives you the answer somewhere in itself. Okay? So one of the reasons I wanted to make this video is because I also saw how my milk supply also has doubled even after my daughter transitioned. Maybe my body was prepared to give so much milk because I was pregnant with twins. But I also kept a very strict regimen with my son. Then I realized that everything in my diet was actually helping my milk supply stay tip-top shape. So I'm looking at a list right now, and I was like, wait a minute, I eat all of that shit. So apparently chickpeas, garbanzo beans, helps you produce more milk. Now, don't think that you're gonna eat a can and life is resolved. No, you still gotta change your mindset. You still gotta be positive. You still gotta speak abundance and beauty and life over your breasts and your body and your health. You still gotta have the relationship with your baby. You still gotta be bonding. You still gotta do skin to skin. You still gotta carry him a lot. You still gotta have the relationship, period. Also, eating leafy greens helps. Also, doing the fenugreek herb. The moringa is, again, no joke. Moringa is a natural, what is it? You have the moringa leaf and the moringa nut. It's kind of like a little bean that grows in the tree that you could actually grind it into a powder. So that is a superfood that grows in South America, West Africa. It's so good for you. And I saw that I can't even drink it. I've tried just drinking it so I can help my body just recover and be healthy from the inside out. And when I drank it, my boobs were so heavy that my baby started choking because it's like he can't drink too much too quick. And my boobs were producing quicker than he can drink. You see what I'm saying? Fennel is really good. Fennel also helps you with digestion. It says broccoli on here, but broccoli is a GMO food, so stop it. Don't do it. Sesame seeds. Almonds. I was making a lot of pasta with cashew cheese, almond cheese. I made like a bomb ass lasagna with ricotta cheese, but the ricotta I made it out of almonds at home, handmade, homemade. So a lot of things, when you put in this energy, this magic into the foods that you make, you're gonna see results in your body, whether that's healing yourself from an ailment or helping you produce milk or healing. So look, ginger, flaxseed oil, brewer's yeast, and nursing teas. Nursing teas usually have things like milk thistle, fenugreek, blessed thistle. I was also eating a lot of beets. I would make the Haitian beet potato salad that has beets, carrots, potatoes, and mayo. We use veganese because we vegan. And it was a bomb. And I realized, I'm replenishing the blood in my body, because beets help with low iron count. So, go figure. Eat to live, and then you'll create life, and then you'll give life. That's it. So I wanted to say that because there's a lot of people who may be struggling. Stress does not help with milk production. Why? Because stress, depression, lack of sleep, lack of drinking waters, lack of minerals and vitamins, it creates a unbalanced environment in your body. It throws off your hormones. If your hormones are out of whack, you are out of whack, you are out of sync, and you need to connect with nature. And you start little by little. I offer you this advice. Drink more water. Make sure you get more rest. Drink some herbs. If you are melanated and you don't burn under the sun, that means you are children of the sun. So you need to eat colorful foods, leafy greens, really dark, colorful fruits. Fruits that have high content in nutrients, not your GMO bananas and oranges, but things like the raspberries, blueberries, blackberries. Melons have a lot of water. Soursop. What is this other thing? Oh my god, jackfruit. They sell jackfruit in cans in Trader Joe's for like $1 something. Come on, jackfruit is the type of food that you could actually eat and it will keep you steady and good for 12 hours because that's how much nutrients and vitamins it has. So let's take this into account and share this with your friends. Share this with your loved ones. Share this with yourself. Study this and understand that in all questions for answers to breastfeeding or recovering from any illness and ailment, it is in nature. And if it's not in the kind of plate of food that your mama taught you to eat, it is probably in some kind of herb or nut or, juice. You just have to look for the answer, and I promise you, you seek and you shall find. So no more excuses. It is non-negotiable. Women must be breastfeeding their children right now. It is the best, highest immune boosting, best antioxidants. It's the best food that you can give your baby. And honestly, if you have any issues yourself, breast milk can help you too. I've been told, I've never used this for that, but I've been told that breast milk helps cure hemorrhoids. It's an old folk tale in the islands of Hispaniola, Haiti. Okay? Breast milk also helps with rashes on your skin. So you could actually just put the breast milk on your skin, or some people make salves or lotions out of the breast milk. Breast milk helps your hair when it's falling out. So that's why I did my hair mask yesterday. Just be open to allowing nature to heal you. We can't judge nature anymore. It's late. It's 2020. Allow nature to heal you, but you have to have respect respect to it, and also be in tune with it. If you have any more questions, just follow my page. I'm always talking about this stuff. So happy breastfeeding month.